so this is the list about the top 10 kind of horror series. Some are a little bit supernatural, but basically horror series. So, some I want to talk about are Blood Drive, which is a foreign type of TV show, Netflix horror series. I believe they call it anthology, where it's like 6 different type of stories and they all kind of come together. It's pretty legit. I mean, watching it, some episodes are better than others. I think the one I liked the most was like maybe episode like 2 or something like that. But the one with the daughter-in-law, that was a pretty decent one. So, but yeah, so that's one you should check out. I mean, if you're into kind of like anthologies or like CreepShow, you should probably check it out. So, yeah, or Tales from the Crypt. That's another one. Stand Against Evil. I can't say enough about this. Stand Against Evil is pretty legit. It's kind of similar to Ash vs. Evil. Ash vs. Evil Dead, I think it is, the whole man. But Stand Against Evil is almost like it, but it's like made by different people. I think it's better, essentially. I know some people don't, because like Ash has a huge following, which I love. The whole Evil Dead franchise is pretty legit. But Stand Against Evil was just funny. It's about a cop. Basically, his wife dies, and all these other sheriffs, they call them constables in the TV show, have died before him, and everybody's trying to figure out like why he never died. So, because it's like the town's haunted, and all the sheriffs are dying, or constables are dying, except for him. So after he retires and his wife has passed, a new constable comes, and then she's having issues, and the witches are like putting her to like the stake and stuff like that. And like, so you have to figure out how to stop these witches from killing these sheriffs. And it turns out that his wife used to be a witch hunter, so that's why he never went through a situation where he was being killed by witches until his wife died. Which is like the beginning of the show. Was a funny sequence as well. But his daughter in the show was hilarious and like dimwitted, but just like it's a great show. I highly recommend it. If you want something funny and something that's like horror influenced, I highly recommend it. It's hilarious. It's a joke. It's not even scary at all, really. All right. And let's see, Supernatural. Yeah, classic. I think it has 7 seasons. I think it just finally got canceled or something like that. Even though the whole show is pretty much like, if you watch anime, Inuyasha, it's like the Gome, Inuyasha. It's like Sam, Dean, and that goes for like the whole entire show. We're giving back my brothers. Well, literally the whole show. But besides that, it's interesting. First, it's like Ghost and stuff. Then it gets into like Lucifer and David and all this other G's and stuff. But it has 7 seasons. They had to pull something out. But so it's a classic. You can watch it. I'm not gonna say it's recommend it, but you might want to watch it. Okay, now Dead Set. Dead Set is high up on the list because Dead Set is legit. It's before Walking Dead, and it's about pretty much like a Big Brother set, and the zombie epidemic happens, essentially. First episode's awesome, great show, highly recommend if you're into the whole zombie thing. Even if you're not, it's actually decent. Like, it's a good show, and it's 1 season. I'm a huge fan of getting the point across. If you tell me what happens with the whole story with 1 season or whatever, or like maybe 2 or whatever, is cool, but I get kind of like, I don't want to watch 7 seasons. Like, I got a life. like I ain't got that much time. It's like, just tell me what's going on. Half the time I just wait till seasons are done anyway, just binge and watch it. That's it. I don't want to every Thursday watch your show. Like, no. So, but so 1 season, great show. Check it out. Okay, now super hype on the list. Hannibal. Hannibal is incredible. Now, I said in priorly, I don't watch shows like every Wednesday or whatever, but Hannibal had me. Hannibal was legit. Like, Silence of the Lambs. It's kind of the same type of spinoff. Like, but it's a different actor, of course, who plays Hannibal Lecter, and he does an incredible job. He's great at roles like that. He did The Hunt, Polar. If you haven't seen him, check him out. Great dude. Actor, I don't really know about the dude, but the actor is amazing. And, but it's incredible. as hell. It's smart. It came out around the same time as Game of Thrones, so it didn't get as much attention as it probably would have, you know. But people who did pay attention to both of them, and me included, believe that Hannibal's a better show. Hannibal's a better show than Game of Thrones, and people like really believe that. But because it's extremely gruesome, and it's like FBI, like Quantico stuff, and but they're like, you know, people are like turning people into deer and shit, and like spread evil on like people because it's Hannibal, you know, so it's gonna get gruesome, you know. So, and people with wheelchairs caught on fire, you know the whole gif, you know. Signs of the last, put the lotion on the skin, or else you get the hose again, like literally, you know. So it's rough, but it's a good show. So highly recommend it if you're into like, since you clicked on this list, this horror series, you gotta check it out. Like it's there. Okay, and let's see, The Haunting on Hill House, or House on Haunted Hill, yeah. But great. This one was pretty cool. It's I don't say it's creepy. Yeah, it's creepy, I guess. But the whole thing is like spoiler. If you once it gets to the part and the guy wrote a book and all these characters are in the book, and the dad's like, "Oh, I didn't do all that stuff to the house. Nobody else was there. It was only us." And then at the end, it's like all these ghosts are around and stuff and everything, which is pretty legit. It was cool. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was pretty legit. So check it out. I mean, I know it's a quick description, but it's good to watch it. Let's see. Yeah, American Horror Story, classic. Couple different seasons. People really enjoyed it. I watched maybe like I think I watched like 3 seasons of it, but at the same time, like it was okay. But I know people really like it, and I couldn't make this list without putting it up there because people really enjoy it. It has a huge cult following. So I would recommend that you check it out if you're looking into horror stuff. You know, you should watch it. Alright, now as for Evil, on the other hand, I enjoy it. I watch it like a lot. Like I still go back and watch it every once in a while because it's funny. As for Evil is hilarious. It's a good time. So that's one if almost want to recommend to anybody because it's not too bad. You know, like it's worth a watch. Like it's a great show. Like I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, can't even say anything to hefe. Like, you know, like it's great. Like it's fun. iZombie. Okay, and iZombie is like the happiest zombie type of issue movie, like, you know, like kind of. It reminded me of 4400 because they're both in Seattle, and like an issue happens and they question blowing up Seattle, essentially. Like, let's just act like Seattle is this. Like, that's pretty much what the government says. And it happens in both shows. But iZombie was pretty cool. Liz was awesome. I mean, sometimes it was weird, and like a CW, like it was kind of, you know, kooky or whatever because like she's eating different brains and she's just acting really weird, but it was a good show nonetheless. I mean, I like the ending. I like shows when it's cool when they have a decent ending that kind of goes with the show. It was decent. Yeah, it was a decent ending. I thought it was cool. You know, sometimes we're a little bit sappy, like when they're eating like that little the Frelick syndrome kid's brain, and when they kills his Blaine's the guy. Makes albinos like real cool. I mean, there's probably not albinos it's really go, but yeah. So he was that was probably one of the main things. Yeah, Blaine and Liz were pretty much the show, and of course, you know, Liz's boyfriend dude who's like shooting everybody. He killed a lot of people in that show. But you know, so hey, you know. Oh, but alright, this is another show called Blood Drive. It is not Blood Drive, Blood Drive. Now this one is like it's a death, like rape, really grindhouse. Like really grindhouse. Blood Drive's another race. And it's like really grindhouse. It has some cool characters in it. You know, I believe they fill their cars with like blood. So like just blood, like a lot of blood. Which pretty much explains that show. But it's fun. Like I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I blew through it pretty fast. So I mean, there's nothing else you can really say by that. Like it's blood, it's gory. It's kind of like Hobo with a shotgun and Fast and the Furious had a baby. That's like the easiest way to put it. But Death Race. Sorry. Death Race and Hobo with a Shotgun had a baby, and then you got Blood Drive. There you go. Let's see. Walking Dead, not a huge fan because I read the book, and then, you know, like a lot of us did, you know, fixing the classes. Yeah, read the book, and then after that, comic books, that is, or graphic novels. And then from there, it was just forever. Like, it went on forever. I'm not a huge fan when shows just on forever. And it's like, okay, like, this is went on forever. It went on for way too long for me. So, I'm not a huge fan of it, because it just went on for way too long. So, yeah. It's a bunch of zombies, and it's just really messed up. The comic book's even worse. This is another reason why I wasn't too happy about the show. Because I was like, this is going to be horrible. It wasn't as bad as a comic book and graphic novel, but, you know, yeah. To each his own. Kingdom was okay. I'm just like, I'm thinking the season 1 was awesome. It was cool, but when it got to like the whole ending of the whole show, I was disappointed. Spoiler: I was really pissed off at the fact that he turned up to like, oh, I'm gonna hunt zombies instead of being an emperor of the freaking country. What? You gotta give your emperor? You're doing all this work so that you could get the throne, and it's honestly yours. Like, it's yours. And what? You're gonna give it to a toddler? Oh, idiot. It pissed me. Yeah, I was not happy about that. I was like, if it was season 3, I don't want to watch it because I was upset about that. You know, I probably still watch season 3 coming into this stuff. But it was disappointing. So, the whole zombie thing was cool, but, nah, wasn't too happy about that. Alright, now, Slasher. Slasher was cool. Slasher reminded me, like, if somebody was like, hey, we gotta, like, make this kind of woke for times and put, like, get crazy with the killing. Like, the killing stuff was crazy, but it had, like, everybody in it. I mean by race, but I mean, like, everybody, like, to, like a lot of people, what people are fighting for, essentially, in all realms of the world, were shown specifically in this tour. Like, everybody was in there, like, in graphic details. Like, you know, like, some dude was, like, the main character thing was having sex with, he was polyamorous, essentially, and was getting, like, head in the hallway. And I was like, hey, you don't see that every day. But, you know, it's MTV, so I'm not surprised. But, okay, so, what else? Scream, I thought was legit. I think I watched season 1, no, I didn't Scream, I watched the Slasher, but not season 1 and 2 of Slasher. I watched the newest season, because it got my attention. And, I wasn't disappointed. The reason I was disappointed was because I thought the villain was funny. I thought the villain was hilarious. Even though she killed, like, the most innocent person in the movie after she took his virginity. Which was pretty messed up. But you know it's horror movie rules. You lost your virginity, bro, you gotta go. But, so, like, it was crazy. Like, I thought it was hilarious. But she was like, oh, and then I saw him walk through the door. And I was like, and then from there. Like, I thought it was hilarious. He's tattooing this dude, and she's like, he had demons, and it was just what I was looking for. And then it just go ahead and start, like, killing his brothers and stuff and everything, and it was great. I thought it was hilarious. And then what else? Let's see. CreepShow. CreepShow was cool. I watched CreepShow because, I like CreepShow, and I like the whole anthology thing. And I remember, like, the old movies, and it reminds me of Tales from the Crypt and all that. Tales from the Crypt movies are pretty cool, you know. So CreepShow was cool. It had really 2 good episodes that really caught my attention. It's the one where I think it might be the same episode, because it's 2 episodes each episode, 2 stories each episode. I don't really say it that way. And the part I liked was the suitcase guy and the kids who are trick or treating, which was pretty. Yeah, he's like, we were like going inside adults' houses, like, hey, where's your son? And just like beating up kids and stuff and everything, which is hilarious. I was like, damn, like, these kids are running it. Like, you can't keep coming back here. Just like taking fruit and shit, like, give me your candy. And I was like, oh man, these kids are ruthless. So so that was legit. I thought that was cool. The suitcase guy, when his eyes start going blue and stuff, it's like, oh man. And when he threw that guy down the stairs, it was great. So, so that was my favorite episode. But CreepShow, the whole thing, like a couple of these were anthologies, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty decent. So, I think this is about my list. Am I missing anything? No, I don't think so. No. Okay, so yeah, that's my list. I hope you enjoy some of these recommendations, as well as, like, you know, just me talking about them. But if you enjoy these, want me to make more videos, comments, subscribe, whatever makes you happy. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do this because I'm just talking.